Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. So this pick a card reading is timeless unless you follow me regularly, and then I've dated it for my regular followers. So this is for the week of Monday the 17th to Sunday the 23rd of July. If you just come across this reading at any other time, just trust, my friends, that there's a message in there for you. So let's get started. Okay, my friends, we have pole number 1, pole number 2, pole number 3, and pole number 4. I'm just going to put some shells down for each pile, so then you can make your selection from the image. I love this, the Enchanted Heart by Alana Fairchild cards, because each card has a different image, so you can be drawn to a specific image. A shell or a pole number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Feel free to pause this video if you need additional time just to really take the images in. And if you feel called or drawn to more than one pile, please feel free to go ahead and select as many piles as you need to. I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pole number 1. Welcome, my friends. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Emperor, and we have the Knight of Swords. Look at how both are facing the Emperor. I feel this has got a lot to do about your personal power. We've got your overall energy as compassion and sincere relationships. That's actually really beautiful, isn't it? And then we've got Dream Tree and Sail Away as additional messages, my friends. Okay. So let's start with the first overall energy, which is compassion. There's a gentleness about this card. I'm drawn to the muted colors. You know, they're not the bold, vibrant colors. It's very much, I'm not sure if that's going to focus for you, but it's very much the autumn colors. And I feel with this card, I feel there's a slowing down, pole number 1. There's becoming aware of your surroundings, becoming aware of your feelings, your emotions, your health, your vibrancy, your energy. And you know, autumn is when we slow down. We tend to go more indoors. We tend to want to curl up maybe with a good book, or we're tired after the summer activities, the bright light, you know, that summer brings us. And there's almost a sense that now we just need to relax. And I feel with this compassion, I feel this compassion is more oriented to yourself. Pole number 1, it's more, I'm just seeing it as being compassionate to you. How can you be more compassionate to yourself? And I keep getting drawn to the word gentle. And I'm wondering if Spirit's bringing me that word gentle, because I'm wondering if that's what the compassion means in your reading for this week. Pole number 1, I'm wondering if you just need to be gentle with yourself, because I'm getting that sense of going slowly, curling up with a good book, having a bit of a sleep in when you can. There's almost this sense of cocooning, being cozy. Because I feel that a lot of you, that's where your energy is at. Maybe that's where your health is at as well. And there's this sense of give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to rest. Sometimes when we feel a bit tired or a bit drained, we can almost, go the other way and just be like, no, come on, kick yourself in the bum, get out, do. And we can be quite hard on ourselves. This card is really, really calling you, pole number 1, to be gentle with yourself, to be kind to yourself. And with these sincere relationships, I'm actually seeing this like at the different aspects of you, pole number 1. I feel this reading with this Emperor in the middle here, I feel like it's all about you. And I feel here it's be sincere in your relationship with all aspects of yourself. Not just your physical body, not just your mental mind, not just your emotions and your feelings and your soul, but all aspects of yourself. And I feel there's a sense here of, the strong and the gentle, the masculine and the feminine, even though they're both female. I'm just sensing that they each it feels like to me that they exude different energy. So it's really the yin and the yang that make up you, pole number 1. And this card is kind of like winter. We've got the snow. I mean, there are some flowers here, so it's almost like winter going into spring almost, because we've got a few flowers and birds here. But this, I'm not sure if you can see, it's an icicle. It's like snow on the trees and the icicle there. A bit of a frozen river. So this card is drawing, because I'm really drawn to the seasons that these cards are kind of showing me. And I really feel that there's an awareness that is coming up in you at how your energy levels, aspects of yourself also have a season, meaning they have a place and a time. And I think this is what Spirit is calling you to embrace and to see, pole number 1, is that there's a strong side of you and there's a soft side of you. There's a very intellectual side of you and there's a very feeling side of you. You are made up of contrasts, so therefore you can actually see the differences in you. If you were just made up of one thing, you'd have nothing to compare that with, so therefore that thing wouldn't really exist. You wouldn't be able to understand it because you've got nothing to compare it with, to look at it with. If there was only one color in the world, there's no contrast, so then that color is almost null and void, if you like, because there's nothing to compare it to. Do you like the color? Well, there's no other color to compare it to, so like doesn't come into it. If you can see if you can see the meaning that I'm trying to get from that. So this week, pole number 1 is really about you. And can you give yourself the time that you need? And I feel that for all of you, this needed time is for different reasons. So some of you, it could be for health. For some of you, it can just be rebalancing after a time of great activity. For others of you, maybe you've been pushing for something and now Spirit's saying, okay, now you need to stop. Slow down, go within. You know, maybe some of you do want a relationship, and maybe you're looking for friends or a romantic connection, or what are all those different types of connections that we look for in our life. And there's almost this sense that Spirit is saying to you, pole number 1, don't look outside of you. You know, we often, like, let's say this is a romantic relationship you're looking for, we go in search, don't we? But Spirit's almost saying, no, if you embrace you, if you go inwards and seek yourself first, that's when you'll actually draw other people to you. So there's a sense of being in balance that's really important here. Gentle, balanced, nurturing energy. So that's not this Knight of Swords at all. It's more this kind of pentacles, if you like. So Spirit's drawn me down to the Tarot. We'll come back to the oracles. Now, the center of this reading is the Emperor. And the Emperor is a major arcana. But the Emperor is also about personal empowerment. Your self-empowerment. It's all about you. This is the major arcana for Aries. And the Aries is I am. And that's why I said this is just about you. It doesn't matter what you're trying to bring about in your life. Spirit is calling you back to you. So I'm really getting the sense, pole number 1, because this is a major arcana. That's how Spirit co-creates life with us. It's the part that Spirit plays. Spirit is going to give you time that you can cocoon, that you can rest. I'm really getting this I am. And I'm feeling that Spirit is drawing you to kind of go, I am ... What is that ... And I'm not talking about I am and my profession, or I am and single, married, whatever, mother, father. It's the I am unwell. I am striving for something. This is the I am that is aspects of yourself, not what you do in the world or what you are in the world. They're those deep questions of, you know, even what am I? Because I'm wondering if there's been a lot of doing lately in your life, pole number 1, or maybe you've been feeling this need to rest, but you haven't really rested. Because I'm getting a sense for some of you, because I got the sense of balance, but I'm kind of feeling like it's almost like you feel you can't rest yet because you're not there yet. So I'm wondering if some of you feel like you're in a transit period and you can't rest because well, it's almost, you're on a journey. Imagine you're traveling. You almost feel like you can't rest until you get to your destination, and then you can drop your bags and whew, it's that kind of feeling. But I think what Spirit is asking of you is that regardless of how your outer world looks, how balanced or chaotic it might be, Spirit wants you to go within. Spirit wants you to ask those questions, because I feel your replies might be different to what they were if you had asked this a month ago, or 3 months ago, or 6 months ago, or a year ago. Select the timeline that works with you. And the reason why I'm getting that is because of both these knights. So the knights is the doing energy. The page takes the ace and kind of plans with it, kind of asks itself, well, what am I going to do with this? What are the possibilities? It sees potential, but it doesn't quite know how to move forward with it, how to achieve, how to take action yet. The knights take action. And you've got the two opposite knights here, for want of a better way. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest knight. He's basically standing still. And you've got the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest knight. And I'm getting the sense here that the Emperor is so important in all this reading, is because whether you have been stuck, pole number one, or whether you have been running around like a chook without a head, Spirit needs you to come back to center. Because I feel like with both these knights, there's actually inspired action. Thank you, Spirit. There's inspired action that is open to you, but in both these energies you don't see it. So Spirit wants me to explain this Knight of Pentacles, because it's just showing me the opposite kind of how do you want me to say that, Spirit? It's how the messages that I got kind of clash between these. So here I was saying rest, cocoon, take a break, and then you've got the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm saying, well, you know, if you get stuck in this or get stuck in this, you need to recenter. This is not resting. So yes, the page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is not moving, but he's not resting. This can signify inner turmoil. You can't see it until this person opens their mouth, and then you will realize how confused, how stuck, and how unsure they are. This is the hamster wheel mind. This is the opposite. This is the person, to get away from the hamster wheel mind, will just dart this way, that way, and this way. It'll get a slight inkling and it'll dash in that direction before it's fully received all the information. Both are very busy. This is a very busy mind, and this is a very busy person, very busy action. This one will be quite forgetful, very distracted. This is the person that you speak to and you know they're not listening to you, because their mind is going 1,000,000 miles an hour. And this person here is not listening either. But this person has filled their calendar. They've got a to-do list as long as, I don't know what, the China Wall. Thank you, Spirit, for that image. And both are not balanced. And when you embrace this Emperor energy, whichever one you find yourself in, that's where you rest. You know, this person might do really well with going for quiet walks, getting out into nature, meditating. This person will also do with meditating, but it might actually just need rest. This person might be better off curling up with a good book. And this is how you're going to be compassionate with yourself, how you're really going to be sincere with all aspects of yourself, the relationship that you have with self. Both these energies, when they run to the Emperor or move towards the Emperor, they move towards understanding, they move towards clarity. And that is super important. That will have such a big impact on not only you, pole number one, but I feel on whatever you're trying to achieve. I get this sense that you're trying to achieve something, you're trying to find something, that looking for something, that trying to do something. And it's almost like the answer is within you, but you've got to go within to access that. So let's go to these additional messages. We've got Dream Tree. And the card says, let go of worry and give the universe an opportunity to help you. The solutions want to emerge. Relax, as there are many blessings headed your way. And the affirmation is, I gift myself deep restorative rest. Now, my friends, I'll try and get that to focus really, maybe if I put it this way, to focus really clearly. Take a snapshot, repeat this to yourself, read this card over and over again, because this card speaks about the Emperor. It speaks about solutions want to emerge out of you. They want to emerge. Now, when you connect to self, you connect to spirit. When you quieten your mind and quiet your actions, give yourself time, the universe is right there. The universe can communicate with you much more easily. This mind doesn't listen. This person doesn't listen either. So how do you want spirit to communicate with you? I gift myself deep restorative rest. Look at this. That's my image of chilling out and just cocooning, just taking it easy. And you know, as humans in our life that has become so busy, we feel guilty when we do this. Just curl up and have a nap, curl up and have a daydream, grab a book. Just allow time to pass. We don't do that, my friends, very much. There's always something on our to-do list, isn't there? And then you've got sail away. And the card says, the heart knows when it's time for progress. Your inner wisdom knows what to leave behind and the important things to take with you. And the affirmation is, I am free to move on with peace. That's one of the I ams, isn't it? I am free to move on with peace. Gosh, maybe that's where I was getting this really I am from the Emperor, the Aries card. But there is a sense of coming back to you, coming back to center. This card says sail away. And then it says, actually I'm just going to check if I can. Oh, I think that's better, isn't it? The heart knows when it is time for progress. Your inner wisdom knows what to leave behind and the important things to take with you. Do you know, pole number 1? I'm wondering, let's have a look at this. Oh, look. I'm wondering if Spirit's calling you back to center, because I'm wondering in this kind of energy, are you likely to end or leave behind things that are important and then keep the things that aren't? Your inner wisdom knows what to leave behind and the important things to take with you. Maybe there's a decision looming. Maybe there's I don't feel that that's here yet. Not really, my friends. And I'm wondering, we've got compassion, which has made me see autumn. Then we had the winter on this side of the card, and then there's spring on this side of the card. And I'm wondering that that's kind of the energies of now. And then I'm wondering if into the near future, so summer, it's not depicted here, I'm wondering if that's when there will be a choice. There will be a moving forward, and therefore what do I bring with me? What do I leave behind? And I think it's now that Spirit wants you to really look, really come within and say, I am. And when you say I am, you're also saying what you want. There's a sense of looking at what you are. You might say things like, I am free to make my own choices, or I am not free to make my own choices, or it's that kind of I am that Spirit is drawing you towards, pole number 1, and that's really important. But it will show you, oh, freedom. There's something here about freedom. You might say, I am not vibrant. I am not happy. I am content. Or you might say, I am lost. Each one of those gives you information. And that's the information that Spirit is calling you towards. But it's going to take some work, pole number 1, because your mind is busy, or you are busy, or some of you, this is both. And so you're going to have to slow down in order to take the time to ask yourself these important questions. I can't wait to see what's coming. Because the inner work comes first, and then generally there's something that falls in our lap. And that's why we need to do the inner work, so we're ready and we can see it, and we're not too busy in our day-to-day lives where we just dismiss it. Interesting, my friends. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number 1. Love, light and blessings, my friends. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 2. Welcome, my friends. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the 9 of Cups. And we've got the Star. We've got positive-minded people as overall energy. And we've got Nurture. So they're both your overall energies. We've got Dear Sister, as in dear the deer. like the doe kind of thing. Sister, dear sister, and ocean heart. Okay, let's have a look at what Spirit wants you to know, pole number 2. Okay, so we've got, okay, Spirit, sorry. Spirit's actually asked me to come back. So I'm not sure if I was going to read the cards different, but Spirit has drawn me to the Oracle because I think it's going to give me more information on the overall energy. So let me do as I'm told. I've learned not to argue with Spirit. So we have this beautiful card, Dear Sister. I'm drawn to the eyes, both their eyes. And I'm wondering if you're seeing something in another. You know, and they say our eyes are the windows to our soul, aren't they? So we've got, Dear Sister, believe in yourself, your value, and your inner beauty, and you will be happy to be yourself. Be delightfully true and remarkably you. And the card says, the affirmation is, I am empowered, strong, and gentle with myself and others. I am empowered, strong, and gentle with myself and others. Do you know, so I've just, you know, I start with pole number 1 and work my way through. And when I finished pole number 1's reading, I was a bit tired today, but very drawn to do the reading. And when I finished it, I kind of said to Spirit, oh Spirit, that energy was lovely. And I'm wondering if it's going to carry through all the readings, because I feel that your energy is lovely as well. There's this gentleness this week that Spirit is calling us to, and you're no different, pole number 2. You know, deers are, they're gentle, quiet creatures, aren't they? They look that way. There's just something quite serene about them. And I feel Spirit is asking you to tap into that, and to know that when we are gentle, it doesn't mean that we're disempowered and we're weak. The card says, I am empowered, strong, and gentle with myself and others. There's a real sense here, pole number 2, of believing in yourself. Believe in yourself, your values, and your inner beauty, and you will be happy to be yourself. Be delightfully true and remarkably you. There is something that is calling for you to be authentic, pole number 2. And I feel that, I don't know if it's a situation or a person that is going to require you to be true. And I think that in you being true, I think something shifts in you, and I think I just want to say you like yourself better. You kind of are happy to be you. I think this situation makes you kind of think, you know what, I'm pretty good. I actually like me. And this energy doesn't surprise me at all with the tarot. Not at all. I mean, actually all the cards are talking about this. Now, very interestingly, the other message is Ocean Heart. And the card says, stormy waters may cause confusion, but your inner wisdom flawlessly guides you towards your true north. You shall find your way. And the affirmation is, I trust in the grace that guides me forward. And I feel, pole number 2, that you are being guided forward. And if you are confused or unsure, I feel it's because you're moving, or you're trying to move forward not as yourself. So you're not embracing this be delightfully true and remarkably you. I feel you may move forward trying to fit in, trying to kind of think, oh, well, I want to head in this direction with these people. If I'm like this or that, it'll probably work better. I feel like you're trying to alter yourself to fit a situation. But I think the opposite is true. The situation will fall away if you are not your truth self, because this situation, this journey calls for you to be true. Which I'm guided to say, if you are not completely you, this situation won't recognize you. And even though you think you're altering yourself to better fit in, or to be more accepted, or to make this thing happen, the opposite is going to happen, and you're going to push it away. So there is something coming, pole number 2, that is really aligned with who you are. Really aligned with who you are. I like this because the waves are kind of got, you know what? Let go of the drama. Let go of guessing. It's almost like the waves are going to take this boat where the waves take the boat. There's no point sitting here trying to plan it out. It's almost like, do you know what? Just hold on and come for the ride. I love how the anchor is a heart. It's almost like just go into your heart, anchor into your heart, and allow life to take you. There is no point throwing an anchor. It's just not going to do anything with these waves. And I feel this is kind of like just letting go. Now, interestingly enough, pole number 2, I said there's an opportunity coming towards you, and if you're not real, it'll pass you by, or you won't get it because it just won't recognize you. I actually think for some of you it'll be an opportunity of some sort, but for most of you, Spirit saying it's going to be a person or people. And I just got, thank you, Spirit. When Spirit says it's going to be people, and this will be for the majority of you, I got an image of sitting in an interview and the person in front of you saying, oh yes, your qualifications are perfect for the job, but we're looking for a different fit. That's what this is all about, pole number 2. It's the connection that the situation, the people are looking for. If this was a romantic partner, the person might say, look, you are the most beautiful person I've ever set my eyes on, but I know in my heart that I'm looking for somebody different. And pole number 2, it's so important that you show your true self, because that's what they're looking for. So you're not going to get the job for your qualifications. You're not going to get the partner for your looks or for your money or whatever it is else that we choose other people for. You're not going to join that group because of I don't know, if, whatever it could be. I'm trying to find you examples. It's going to be purely your energy, the essence of you. Positive-minded people, pole number 2. And I'm seeing the positive as like aligned. I'm not seeing, the positive is not about people that are always happy or, you know, just positive people as opposed to negative people. Not at all. I'm seeing the positive as in aligned. It's like that's where the attraction is. It's like a soul connection, and if you pretend to be other than you are, the connection, it won't connect. This is a very interesting reading, pole number 2. And you've got the card Nurture. So these are your overall energies. These positive-minded people. So what these people have in mind is alignment. They're not looking at the thank you, Spirit. Look at these bubbles. They're not looking at outward appearance. They're not looking at outward situations. They're looking at the core. They're looking inside. It's like these bubbles signify your soul, your being, your truth, your essence. And that's what is drawing people to you. That is what is drawing situations to you. And this is your other overall energy, and it says nurture. And I'm kind of just saying thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Because this is Spirit, this is how Spirit is saying, this is how you tap into who you truly are. Because when we have been pretending for so long, we go into that without even realizing it. We alter ourselves without even being aware. And Spirit saying here, nurture yourself. Now what does that mean exactly? Like in a practical sense, my friends. It means when you are saying what you are saying, are you nurturing yourself? When you are doing what you are doing, are you nurturing yourself? When we put a pretense on, when we think that, oh, I think if I was just a little bit more vibrant, they might be more attracted to me. It takes a lot of energy to not be you. And this is something that we're so used to doing, we don't notice. But it actually, it drains our energy to not be authentic. And so you might find that you're exhausted. You might find, like in the interview, that you're on the edge of your seat. And it's nerve-wracking being in an interview, but you will have this energy of trying to impress. You might dress differently, put more makeup on or less makeup on, or you know, it's altering yourself to the extent that you wouldn't. I mean, we all love to change our looks, and sometimes we love to get dressed up and go out when we're maybe just a jeans and t-shirt kind of person. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, let's use this interview as an example. I'm talking about you sitting opposite this person. You're not quite listening to what they say. You're trying to gauge what this person wants, what this person likes. You know, you might have Googled the company, and on their website they might have some photos of their employees or of the CEOs or the managers or things like that, and they may have a look about them, so you will mirror that. That's not nurturing yourself, that's altering yourself. Nurturing yourself in the sense that I'm getting in your reading, pole number 2, is being free to be you and not imposing what you are guessing another person might want from you. Do you know, as just listening to Spirit in that pause, and we think it's a gift to be able to look at others and figure out what they want from us. But Spirit's just telling me that it's arrogance. It's really arrogant to look at somebody and assume you can judge what they want from you and how they want you to be different. And I guess you know, when you stop and think about that, at first of all it feels quite jarring, doesn't it? But then you have to agree, don't you, pole number 2, that we are on an assumption of what we believe another person wants. We alter ourselves. It's kind of a bit crazy, isn't it? Because what if that person is altering themselves for what they perceive we might want from them? Then all our assumptions are made on the not real. And the more we do that, the more that gets compounded. And then we wonder why relationships don't work. It's because it's just false on false on false, and guessing on top of guessing. This Page of Pentacles is a new opportunity. And you know what? I'm really seeing the way he's holding this pentacle up. You know, it's almost like, oh, I feel this is something you really want. This is something that has a lot of meaning and a lot of significance for you. And I feel that's why Spirit is drawing to your attention, pole number 2, that you have the potential, because you know that it is so right for you. You know, I think your heart just is just so drawn to it. That's why I think this potential to really put up a front is really quite high. And this whole reading, my friends, is just a heads up on don't. Be you. I love the page in this reading because the page here is curious. He's young. It's almost like we don't expect young people to know it all. It's almost like they've got an excuse to make mistakes. But then when we get to a certain level in our career or a certain age, suddenly we're not allowed to make mistakes anymore. No, that's not true. Because we are young again. We are the page at the beginning of every new journey. And there's a sense here that this is important. This matters. And I'm Spirit saying it doesn't just matter to you. It matters to the people that are involved with this. This is precious to you. This is like a gift that you just want to nurture, you just want to build on, you just want to make happen, you just want to take care of it. And Spirit's like, okay, you want to nurture this, you want to take care of this, you want this to grow, you want this to happen. Believe in yourself, your value and your inner beauty, and you will be happy to be yourself. Be delightfully true and remarkably you. And pole number 2, it brings success. You've got the 9 of Cups here. It brings success. And look at him. He is chuffed to be himself. He's so happy to be him. He's not apologetic or trying to hide. He's got great accomplishment, great fulfillment. Yet I still feel he's dressed and clothed and he is who he is. I don't feel there's any mask or pretense here. He's looking at us square on. He could almost be saying in your reading, pole number 2, this is me. Hello, this is me. Like it or don't like it, and I don't mind, because if you don't like the real me, you're not aligned with me. If you like the real me, then we are in alignment. Let's make something happen. And when you're in alignment, that's what happens, pole number 2. Magic, success, accomplishment, fulfillment. And then you've got the star. And I feel the star here being a major arcana. Spirit is saying, you being you will allow others to be others. And I feel there's going to be a sense of deep healing. Now, this is coming to me in the sense of, if this is a romantic relationship, both of you will be honest. Both of you are true. You're not pretending to be something that you're not. And therefore, that is healing in itself. There's this real sense of you sharing your light and they are sharing their light. And it's almost like you keep building and growing on that. Because both of you have come to this with your open heart and shining your inner light. And then you just keep doing that. So it's almost like you keep nurturing, you keep watering what you have, what you are building. There's no guessing. There's no pretending, there's no drama, there's no games. Thank you, Spirit. There's no games here. You're not playing games with each other. You're open and honest. Same thing with a job. I'm just finding that you're so aligned with the other people in this job, your goals, just the personalities, and that heals this company. That all together you are so much more than apart. It's like you're joining this company or this organization, this business, and you were the missing link of the puzzle. That different energy, that different perspective, that different personality, that then just completes the piece of the puzzle, and this company heals and grows and blossoms. It's almost like that missing link, that there was just something missing, but nobody could quite put their finger on it. Everything was a good concept, and it was growing, but there was just, and suddenly you come into the mix and it's like, whoa, everything just flourishes. It's not all on you, pole number 2. It's not all because of you. It's just that missing link of the puzzle. And then, you know, you might say something and others build on that, and then somebody else has this miraculous idea. I feel if this is the love relationship, the same thing's going to happen. Suddenly your life is progressing in leaps and bounds. You might move to the place of your dreams. You might start a business together. You might start a family, or and maybe you were not in a past relationship, maybe you weren't able to have children, maybe you tried and it didn't work, and then suddenly in this one you find yourself expecting before you even thought, not that it's going to happen, you know, instantaneously, but what I'm saying is suddenly it's like, oh wow, it's just because everything's in alignment. It's just because you're true, and that makes miracles happen, my friends. Pole number 2, wow. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Please, please be true. Please, please be true. Love, light, and blessings to you. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 3. Welcome, my friends. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. Oh, we have the Sun, bam, straight off. Oh, and then the Devil. And then the Knight of Cups, beautiful. Now the overall energy, we have sensitivity and we have reawaken. Sensitivity and reawaken. And I think that's this, you know, the Sun is like an awakening, a realization, a clarity, you know, moment of clarity, and then it'll also, it dawns on you what else needs to clear, what else needs to happen, and then look at you moving forward with the Knight of Cups. Additional messages, we have time travelers and we have hope. Okay, let's have a look at this energy for you. I'm just checking with Spirit to see, where do you want me to start? With the tarot? Okay. So we've got the overall energy, sensitivity and reawaken, additional messages with time travelers and hope, and the tarot, the Sun, the Devil, and the Knight of Cups. So we've got the Sun. Now I feel this is the past or the now, but that will roll very quickly onto the Devil. Okay, so there's an aspect of, you could be here now, but you're moving forward. So let's just say this is the past, or the very, very near past. Now the Sun is about clarity. It's about seeing you for what you are, seeing your life for what it is, and others for who they are, without judgment, without needing them to be different. Now, the Sun is a joy-filled card. The Sun is joyful because there's a sense of ease. When we have the Sun card in a reading, things are generally easy because of the clarity that the Sun brings. So there's a sense that all is right in my world right now. It's those days, those weeks, those months that you get that you just feel like everything's fallen into place, everything's okay, you feel good, you've got energy, you're sleeping well, everything feels smooth. And then you've got the Devil card. And the Devil card is the card of how do you keep yourself small? What aspect of you do you hide? What aspect of yourself do you not want to see? In what way do you blame others when Spirit, thank you. In what way do you disempower yourself and give your power to others by blaming them for something that you do? So the Devil is very much like something hasn't worked out and it's all the other person's fault. And you blame, and in doing that you disempower yourself. So it's very, very different energy to the Sun. This feels icky. When we just feel icky, we feel a little bit, we think back over conversations that we've had and we're like, oh, why did I say that? It's the way we say, oh, that person brings out the worst in me. Now, the Devil energy is there. It's required. It is needed. Because it's almost like this Devil energy is saying, okay, they bring out the worst in you. Then why are you still here? Why are they still here? Kind of makes you think, doesn't it, pole number 3? The Devil makes us look at what we don't want to look at. This is a major arcana. So the major arcanas for me is how Spirit co-creates with us, how we co-create with Spirit, but this is the part that Spirit plays. We are the minor arcana. That's the part that we play, the minor arcana. And the major arcana is Spirit. So you've got 2 major arcana here. So that's saying Spirit's really guiding you here. Spirit's really playing its part. Spirit is giving you the clarity. It's giving you, you know, these sunflowers turn their head towards the sun. Spirit is going to be turning your head towards the Devil. Now, this is a good place. So a lot of you might think, nah, I don't want to go there because, no, I'm in a good place at the moment. I don't want to. But do you know, pole number 3? Inner work, if we can do it when we're in a good place, it's so much quicker. It is less traumatic. I'm not going to say that it's easier. I don't particularly agree with that, because I think half the challenge is being in a good place and being aware enough, strong enough, brave enough sort of thing to actually go, okay, yeah, I'm going to look at those things in my life that don't work. And because there's a sense of when things are not going well, it's easy to see what is not going well in our life. But there's a reason why Spirit has brought you the Sun first. And I'm thinking it's because I think in that clarity, in that good vibes that you're feeling, like, I'm good now, gosh, I feel good, you know, life is good. I feel like you'll be able to nip these in the bud more quickly. And I'm feeling that's important because you've got time travelers, and I'm feeling like time travel is instant, isn't it? And I'm feeling there's this sense of this reawakening is important now. Because looking at what no longer serves you, looking at aspects of yourself that you keep hidden or don't want to accept, is actually going to stop you from moving forward towards fulfillment. So I'm wondering here, pole number 3, if in this beautiful energy of the Sun where you're feeling really good and you're kind of thinking, you know, life is good, I'm wondering if there's a possibility that you might cruise along further down an old path than what you needed to go. This devil energy is going to stop you along this path. And I feel this Knight of Cups is Spirit saying to you, pole number 3, I've got a new path for you, which is more fulfilling. Not more fulfilling. Okay, sorry, Spirit. It's not more. The past path was very. Each path is fulfilling to us. And the more work we do, because each path leads us to the devil at one stage or another, to look within and also outside of ourselves at things that are keeping us a bit stuck, where we've attached ourselves to something that we need to let go of. And sometimes that can be a personality trait. Sometimes that can be another person. It can be a job or a place, an income, a thought pattern, a habit. And so all the journeys will lead us at one point or another to the devil, so that we look within and go, okay, you know what, that's not me anymore. That relationship, gosh, it pretty much ended years ago, and we've just been living parallel to each other. It's time I cut it free. It's that kind of energy, pole number 3. Because there's a new path. Now the cups can be love, or it can just, I often see it as just fulfillment. And I prefer to say fulfillment because then that is whatever is fulfilling to you. So whatever this journey is for you at the moment, it leads to fulfillment. And that's beautiful because it leads to a full heart. Fulfillment is a full heart. And I feel there's a certain level of authenticity here. I almost feel like he's got his heart on his sleeve. He's not pretending. He's offering, and his path is authentic. So I think this is very much in alignment with who you've become. But if you hold on to this, I don't feel that you're going to be on this path. Now, your overall energy is sensitivity. And I feel that this is going to take sensitivity. It's going to take being sensitive to the energies around you. And Spirit saying to me, how are you sensitive to the energies around you? And the reply I got was, the number one thing is honesty. So to be sensitive to another, there needs to be honesty. Spirit is explaining this to me. Spirit is giving me more information. When we are sensitive to something, we see the other thing as it really is. When we are sensitive to ourselves, we really see ourselves as we really are. That's where the truth comes in, because we see the truth of them or the truth of ourselves. We're not just trying to be strong. We're not just trying to be brave. Being sensitive is us showing others our weaknesses, our flaws, our pains, and others showing that to us. So there's a gentleness and an honesty with this sensitivity card that I think Spirit is asking you to nurture. So this Devil card, it's not meeting it head on and crushing it. It's not that energy at all, pole number 3. It's meeting it with love and gentle and honesty. That's with people, situations, yourself, your habits. Spirit doesn't want you to acknowledge a bad habit in you and crush it and get mad at yourself and fight it. And no, it wants you to just go, do you know what? That habit doesn't suit me anymore. It's not good for me. And I want to be good to me. So I'm going to let it go. That gentleness and that honesty. It's not fighting that thing. It's just seeing that that thing no longer resonates with you. It doesn't sit with you anymore. It doesn't make sense anymore. And therefore, you lovingly let it go. And I think this sensitivity is really important, because some of you are dealing with others, like letting go of relationships, letting go of jobs. Others of you, it's letting go of habits that just don't support you anymore. And so there's sensitivity and love and compassion and gentleness and honesty that comes from that. You know, at one time these things probably meant something to you. You probably thoroughly enjoyed them or loved them, or so there's no need to discard them and hate them. It's just it's not aligned with you anymore. And I feel pole number 3, the card doesn't say awaken, it says reawaken. And I feel this is, I feel you've probably had a really big awakening. And this is almost like, you know, you've gone through a period of transition or change, and I feel like this is reawakening you. So you're doing a bit deeper work. You're doing a bit more, you can call this housekeeping. You know, keeping your house, and your house, I mean like your temple, and the things that you allow into your temple. Making sure that they're right for you. And I feel that reawakens you to something more, to something different. And I think that's what this Knight of Cups is here for. It realigns you. It rebalances you. It opens you up again to something a little bit different, to a different path, a different perspective, a different love, different aspects of yourself. It reawakens your love for you, and therefore awakens, okay, I love me, this is who I am now. And it helps you bring things that new things that you love into that mix. So it's all about alignment. It's all about moving forward with balance. And then the additional messages from Spirit, we've got time travelers, and the card says you have all it takes to accomplish your dreams. You will naturally attract helpful friends and wise guidance along your way. And the card says, I believe in myself. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's what this is. I think that, you know, it says along your way, you have all it takes to accomplish your dreams. You will naturally attract helpful friends and wise guidance along your way. And I think it's because you've got your heart on your sleeve. You are being genuine. I believe in myself. I believe in me. That self-belief is a huge form of self-love. When you believe in yourself, you love yourself, pole number 3. Because when we don't love ourselves, it's really hard to believe in ourselves, because we don't love ourselves. So we don't see ourselves for who and what we really are. We don't see ourselves as being capable or able or magnificent or worthy. There's just this openness about you. And you're attracting to you what you need in order to move forward, pole number 3. There is this Knight of Cups. There is this energy of sensitivity, of kindness. How can you not attract what you need when you're in that energy? Spirit just said to me, you can't help but not attract because it's just such open, truthful energy. And your final cards, my friends, is hope. Wonderful things can and do happen. Let your hope inspire your dreams and your actions. Believe in kind and marvelous magic. The affirmation is, hope empowers me to create a beautiful life. This Knight of Cups is hopeful. It's almost like I've got something to offer, and he moves forward in the hope that there'll be people that receive that. This could be you've got love to give. And you might find the perfect pet. You might find the love of your life. You might find your soul family. This might be you've got a service and you hope to find people that will benefit from your service. And it's almost saying, have hope, because when you are that genuine, you can't help but attract the right people to you. Wonderful things can and do happen, and I feel that's this energy. You know that. Hope empowers me to create a beautiful life. Do you know, when I saw her crown, I just went, oh my friends, you're the queen of your castle, the king of your castle. And you know, there's wisdom here with this owl. And look, she's walking forward with a heart in her hand. That's like this cup. That's been open. That's genuinely wanting to be of service. Genuinely wanting to share your love and your joy. Share of yourself. Pole number 3, there's a lot of magic in your reading. Look at this fairy. And I feel this week, I don't know if it's when you're digging deep or when you're feeling this good energy. I feel like you're feeling good about yourself even when you dig down. I feel like the magic of life is coming back. I really think that this hope is what you are embodying. I really feel that, oh, I've got tingles all over, but I really feel that you honestly know that your dreams will come true. And I feel that you're open enough to allow them to happen as they're supposed to happen. I think you're just so opened and so aligned, and it's going to take a bit of work, pole number 3. But I feel from this reading that that's what you're doing. Oh, my friends, what a beautiful reading. Your affirmations this week is, I believe in myself and hope empowers me to create a beautiful life. Oh, trust yourself. Trust that energy in your heart. Trust yourself to be true and honest, sensitive to you, all aspects of you, and to those around you. And allow yourself to crack open, to reawaken. Beautiful reading, my friends. Really, really beautiful. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number 3. Love, light and blessings, my friends. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 4. Welcome, welcome, my friends. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. Oh, what a card to start with. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the King of Swords. Your overall energy is learning and respect. And additional messages, you have whirlwind and nomads. Look at this. Look at this red with purples. Really vibrant color. Well, this is actually quite blue, but it doesn't show up that way, but it's quite blue, but very vibrant. Okay, pole number 4. Let me just grab the energies and just check where Spirit is guiding us. So, straight to your overall energy. Learning. Now, After the word learning, the first thing I was drawn to was the 25, which in numerology is a 7. And we are actually working a 7-year this year. So I feel that 2023 has been a learning year for you. Pole number 4. I feel like it's been a year of understanding, of discovering, gaining clarity about what you want, where you're going, who you are. And I feel this learning has really changed you. Now, when I mean changed, I mean it's brought you back to you. And I'm just looking here at the pentacles, at the cups, and at the swords. It has changed you in your everyday world. The pentacles are the tangible things in our life, our jobs, our families, resources, money, opportunities, everything that is tangible, everything that is in our everyday life, our homes, all that kind of thing. And then the cups is what leads to fulfillment. So it's our heart. It's what fulfills us. And the swords is our mind, our intellect, can be our intuition as well. And I feel that this learning curve that you have been on pretty much on and off all year, pole number 4, I think it's changed you on all those levels. On all those levels. And I feel the learning for you has been, I really want to say, for the majority of you, it's just been in understanding how you fit in the world, how you fit in with the world, and who you are. And it's like the understanding of who you are has enabled you to see how you fit into the world. Now, Spirit's not saying that you fit into the world like that's your spot and then that's where you'll stay, but it helps you understand your journey, where you might be headed, what you want to try to achieve. It's been a steep learning curve. And I feel, oh gosh, Spirit's just said to me, look, you got 43. That's a 7 again. And I feel the respect. I feel that Spirit's kind of saying, wow, respect to you. It's almost like, yes, respect yourself, respect others, but I feel like it's even more meaningful than that. It's almost like acknowledge how far you've come. Be proud of yourself. Acknowledge what you've been through. Celebrate where you are now, who you are now. I'm just feeling this sense of, like, look at the light and the colors. It's like you are magnificent, just the way you are. And when we are on a learning curve, basically we uncover just that, how magnificent we are. And there's almost like, wow, I'm finding this really hard, pole number 4, to put into words, because it feels it's hard to find the right words so we don't fall into ego, because it's not you going, look at me, oh my gosh, I did it, you people should be doing it too, look what I've achieved, it is a sense of being really proud of yourself, really acknowledging how far you've come. I really just want to say that, pole number 4, but it's in a way that is really empowering to you and to others. Not overpowering. You're not being a power over others. It's not a control thing. It's almost the opposite. It's you've let go enough in order for just your true self to shine through, and that is powerful. I think as well, pole number 4, I think you're being respected either in your field or just for who you are, and I feel it's just it's for what you've done, but also for just who you are. It's just for the energy that you give. And this is glorious. I mean, this is such a beautiful card. Look at the light. This is just loving yourself. This is taking yourself as you are, respecting all aspects of yourself so that you don't try to squash or hide or eliminate any aspect of yourself. This is you respect the entirety of yourself. You embrace it, you love it, and you vibrate that out. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I've been trying to find a way to say it, and then poof, just all comes out. That's this energy, pole number 4. And that's what you've been learning. I think this has been a huge learning curve in how to be authentic and how to be true to yourself, gentle with yourself, true to others and gentle with others, yet still setting your boundaries and asking for what you want, but not in a controlling way, in just an open, honest and loving way. And what does that bring? It brings you the 10 of Pentacles. Bam! It just brings you everything. It brings you ultimate happiness, happy relationships, happy life, happy work life, happy environment. This is like happiness in all aspects of your life. This is leaving a legacy. This is having enough to share with others. And this is community and family and friendships. And this is jobs that you love and that you thrive in. Starting your own business. Making money. Being of service. And that ties in with this 2 of Cups. And this 2 of Cups speaks of partnerships. It speaks of exchange. And the Cups leads to fulfillment. The Cups signify your heart, your emotions, your feelings. They speak of love, what we love, who we love, how we love. And I feel that this is like this beautiful exchange of resources. And I mean, the Cups is not generally resources as such, but gosh, whatever fulfills you. But I feel that this is exchange of services and resources and ideas and love, and the exchange of who you are, honestly. It doesn't matter. See, these people are clothed quite differently. There's a male and a female, but it just shows how different we all are and how in harmony we can be with somebody that is quite different to us. Because it has nothing to do with outward appearance or what we know or what we have. It has to do with the exchange of energy. And the energy, our energy, their energy runs so much deeper than all that. This is not about how you look on paper. This is not about how you look physically. This is about who you are intrinsically and authentically. These people are drawn to each other's light, not each other's bank books or physical appearance. Or what can I get from this person? What can I get from that person? It's a willing exchange because each one has something to give, not something to take. This is really deep reading, pole number 4. You know, Spirit is really drawing me to say, and I don't like to say it too much because I kind of feel like then it... Spirit just said to me, because you don't trust. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. This is life-changing in a real positive way. And I think this reading this week, because you've got these 2 sevens, I think it's just a week in the year that you are going to see how far you've come. I feel you're going to get glimpses into how your life is getting better and better. How much you actually love yourself compared to maybe this time last year. How much you just don't want to pretend anymore. You don't want to be who you're not. And you don't want to be with people that are not being who they really are either. You don't want things to be out of alignment. You don't want a relationship because it's comfortable. You want a relationship because there's so much connection. And the King of Swords here. So the Kings for me they're the final court card. They're the final journey, the final court card, the final journey of the court cards. And the Kings have received and learnt and done everything that they need to do in order to get to a place of full understanding. So then they can give back. And the swords signify your intellect, your mind, your knowledge, what you've learnt, your intuition, your wisdom, ideas. And I feel the King of Swords has ideas. It has knowledge to share. It has wisdom to share. And the Kings never give from a place of lack. They always give from a place of fullness. That's this energy. These people are not taking from each other. These people are giving to each other. And Spirit is saying to me that's very different energy. I want something from you, therefore I'm going to give you something. Both people are taking here in that scenario. But here it's like, I have so much, please, can I give you? And then it's like, well, gosh, me too. So here. So each one is giving. Neither is taking. They're just accepting what is coming to them. And this higher knowledge, this gained wisdom, gained understanding throughout all this learning that you've been doing about really yourself, pole number 4, puts you in a place where that knowing spills out of you, where you might not even realize that you're doing it, but you're actually of assistance to others. And I also see the sword as the sword of truth. He's not trying to be the smartest person in the room. He's not just academic and intellectual. He's also honest and truthful. He can be in a room with other people and somebody might ask him a question and he would be comfortable enough to say, "That's interesting, I don't know." And then he is the energy that would want to sit there and nut it out with you, to have a conversation about it, get your point of view on it, seek others to see if others can bring clarity to it. The King of Swords is very knowledgeable, very intellectual, very wise. But that also, those three things encompass knowing what you know and also being able to say, hey, there's a lot that I don't know. So there's a real honesty about him. He's not going to spin you a web just to try and make himself look good. He will literally sit there and say, I actually don't know. But he'll want to research it because he's curious. It's this childlike, wonderful learning. And I feel pile number 4, if you've been drawn to courses and reading and bouncing ideas off other people, that's what this is all about. It was just this need to learn, to gain different perspectives, to see different points of view, to share ideas and see how they grow or blossom or disappear. Now you've got Whirlwind, and the card says destiny is at play in your life right now. Let change happen. In time, all will settle into peaceful order. And the affirmation is, I trust the divine schedule that gets things moving. And that's what this is. All you need is curiosity and openness. Spirit is guiding you in every way. You don't even need to see. There's no going on a path here. In fact, the 10 is the final card of the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana. So that signifies the end of a journey. The Knight is the last card of the Journey of the Court card, so it can signify the end of a journey. So I feel like it's almost like you come to understand, you come to greater wisdom and understanding and openness, and then whoop, the journey starts again, and then you come to greater understanding and greater wisdom. And I feel that the journey is actually not what's even interesting you. I don't even know that you're feeling or looking at, well, that journey's ended and now what am I looking for? Where am I going? I think you're just allowing them to roll. Destiny is at play in your life right now, and you're just letting it. Things will be changing. And I really see it with this 10 of Pentacles. I really feel this leveling up. I really feel these wonderful things to come. New people. And this is like resources, people, and mindset, intellect. I trust the divine schedule that gets things moving. So if you feel, maybe some of you, pole number 4, have felt that life was a little slow, hold on to your hats. And the final card you've got is Nomads. No matter how unfamiliar the territory before you may seem, you are not lost. You are on a meaningful quest and you will find what you seek. And the card says, I am always at home within my heart. And I really feel these two cards, how beautiful together. Look at this. This is just like magic. And then just the peacefulness of allowing what is to be. Whirlwind and nomads. I think, you know, I was going to say this time next year, but I'm even feeling, you know, come next year, by the end of 2023, I just feel pole number 4. I don't feel like you're going to be anywhere that you are right now. I think your life is going to be really, really different. And I'm feeling that, like, where you are and what you're doing, who with, and just your mind, your perception, your maybe even dreams and goals. But I feel like there's great change ahead, but I feel like it's just, I think you're embracing this. I am always at home within my heart. I feel like you don't feel, you are so, I'm getting this sense of anchored in yourself, that you're allowing the universe to take you and guide you. Because I think your strength is coming from the learning. I think you've gotten to a point where you're realizing how much you learn, even though you might feel like you're not moving forward. I think you've seen how much you've learned, how much you've changed, how in awe you are with yourself and what you've accomplished, that you're allowing this journey to take place. And rather than get fixated on where you're going or what you're doing, you're fixated on, I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow, I'm here to blossom, I'm here to be of service, I'm here to offer my gifts, and I'm here to grow and expand. Pole number 4, what a beautiful energy you find yourself in. What a beautiful mindset, but not controlling. It's at the same time you've allowed yourself to really grasp what matters here. This is a beautiful reading, my friends. I'm going to leave those messages there for you, pole number 4. Love, light and blessings to you. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.